Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel,
where we explore timeless stories from the Bible with heart and clarity. Today we're diving into a story that challenges our ideas about justice, mercy, and even ourselves, the incredible journey of Jonah. Jonah was a prophet, a man chosen by God to deliver important messages. But one day, God gave him a message that Jonah absolutely did not want to deliver. Go to Nineveh, God commanded, and preach against its wickedness. Now, Nineveh was a massive, powerful city full of people who were not exactly known for their kindness. They were, in fact, enemies of Jonah's people.
and Jonah had other plans.
He didn't want to see God's mercy extended to them. So, instead of heading east towards Nineveh, Jonah booked a one-way ticket west, to Tarshish, as far away as he could possibly get from God's assignment. He found a ship, paid his fare, and settled in, probably thinking he'd outrun his divine calling. But you can't really outrun God, can you? Soon, a furious storm erupted. The sea raged, the ship was tossed like a toy, and the sailors, experienced as they were terrified. They threw cargo overboard, prayed to their own gods, but nothing worked. Amidst the chaos, they found Jonah asleep below deck. They woke him, demanding he pray to his God. Jonah, knowing exactly why this storm was happening, confessed everything. He told them he was fleeing from the Lord, the God who made the sea and the dry land. In a desperate act, he told them, "Throw me into the sea,
And it will become calm for you.
Reluctantly, after trying everything else, they did, and just as Jonah predicted, the storm instantly ceased. But this wasn't the end for Jonah. God had prepared a giant fish to swallow him, and for 3 days and 3 nights, Jonah was inside that fish, in the belly of the deep. It was a dark, terrifying, and undoubtedly transformative experience. From that impossible prison, Jonah cried out to God in prayer, acknowledging his sin, expressing repentance and trusting in God's salvation. And God heard him. The fish, on God's command, vomited Jonah onto dry land.
Imagine that relief, that second chance.
And guess what God said next? Go to Nineveh and proclaim to it the message I give you. This time Jonah obeyed. He walked for 3 days into the enormous city, delivering a surprisingly short yet powerful message. 40 more days and Nineveh will be overthrown.
That's it.
No fire and brimstone, just a stark warning. But the people of Nineveh, from the king down to the humblest citizen, believed God. They declared a fast, put on sackcloth, and turned from their evil ways, crying out to God for mercy. And God, seeing their genuine repentance, had compassion. He relented and did not bring on them the destruction he had threatened. Now you'd think Jonah would be thrilled, right?
His mission accomplished, a city saved.
But Jonah was furious. He complained to God, saying, "Didn't I tell you this would happen? I knew you were a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abounding in love, a God who relents from sending calamity." He was so angry that Nineveh was spared, even wishing for death. God, with incredible patience, then taught Jonah a lesson. He made a plant grow quickly to provide shade for Jonah, who was sitting outside the city in the scorching sun. Jonah was delighted with the plant, but the very next day, God sent a worm to chew the plant.
And it withered.
Then a scorching east wind blew, and the sun beat down on Jonah's head. He was miserable again wishing for death. God asked Jonah, "Do you have a right to be angry about the plant?"
Jonah replied, "I do. I'm so angry I wish I were dead."
Then God said, "You have been concerned about this plant. Though you did not tend it or make it grow, it sprang up overnight and died overnight. And should I not have concern for the great city of Nineveh, in which there are more than 120,000 people who cannot tell their right hand from their left, and also many animals?"
And that's where the story ends.
With God's question hanging in the air, a question about compassion, about the vastness of his love compared to our often limited perspectives. It's a story not just about Jonah, but about God's boundless mercy for all, and a powerful reminder that his ways are higher than ours. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share.